So you got Tigers and Rangers. What's your breakdown on this game today?
Well, you look at this game and you got two teams that went into the break opposite ends of the spectrum. Detroit was good all year, but the final 4 games of the first half, they lost all 4 games. Texas won 3 out of 4. Johnny mentioned it, and it's something, I always talk about and agree with. In football, the bye week, you don't want to stop when you're winning, but whenever you're losing, you need that push the reset button. And I expect that's what's going to happen with the Tigers tonight. I think they're going to come out tonight, first game after the break, and I think they're going to have a good performance. And why shouldn't they? They got Reese Olson on the mound. Now, you may not know him because when you're on a pitching staff that has Skubal on it, you're going to get lost in the shuffle. But here's a guy that's had 8 straight starts where he's allowed 3 runs or less. That in itself is good. 5 of those 8 starts, he's given up 0 or 1 run, okay? But most people don't realize how good he is because he gets lost in the shuffle behind, who's going to be the AL, Cy Young winner. I like him tonight. He's going to be going against Pat Corbin. Now, I know last year we used to, beat Pat Corbin like a rented mule. Everybody would be lining up every time he pitched because he didn't pitch well. He's pitching better this year, but he's ultra consistent. You know what's going to happen when he takes the mound. He's going to give you 5 innings, but he's going to give up 2 or 3 runs, and then he's going to turn it over, to the bullpen. Well, if he's going to give up the 3 runs and Olson's going to give up in most of these starts 0 or 1, I know where I want to put my money at in this particular game, and that's going to be with Detroit. And another thing with Corbin, now this game opened up, Detroit was a slight favorite. So this particular stat I'm going to give you doesn't work technically anymore, but you might want to write it down for future reference because Corbin now is a slight favorite instead of an underdog. When he's plus 100 or more at home, in his career, his team is a god-awful 18-48. But as I said, he's crossed over to a slight favorite right now. So throw that out, but write it down for future. But what still is in play, the Texas Rangers at home versus right-handers, they're only averaging 2.8 runs per game. All right. If they don't score against right-handers, and I got Olson that pitches as well as he does, I'm going with Detroit here for our first play of the second half. Let's take the Tigers.
You just made a lot of friends in our chat, Marco. You just made a lot of friends. So awesome breakdown. And let's. So this is interesting because the chat loves the Tigers. You like the Tigers today, and Gianni's fading the Tigers for the second half of the season. So we'll see how that goes. Marco, what do you have up at Wager Talk? We got a big weekend coming up.
Well, today is opening day at Del Mar. If you like to play some horses and you like to play some baseball, today's the day to pick me up. We've got some plays from Del Mar. Usually I'm there. This year I'm not there for opening day, but I did handicap the card, and we've got some spot races that we are attacking today. So you'll get all of those plays in the package. You'll get my baseball for today. But, why buy today for $29? You mentioned the special that's going on. That's the best deal going. Buy August for $2.99. You're going to get all of July. And what's for free? And it's the dog days of summer, but we're building a bankroll right now for football season. You're going to get spot plays the rest of the summer in horses. There's a lot of big races coming up. You're going to get my WNBA plays that we talked about, 42 and 18, and you're going to get my baseball plays. We had a profitable first half. Let's have a profitable second half and lead right into football. Grab that $2.99. That is the best deal going, and you'll pick up the rest of July for free.
Marco D'Angelo, awesome stuff. To me, the WNBA knowledge is much more valuable than a single game breakdown. It's the strategies. You put good systems and good strategies in place. That's what's going to get you long-term success. So thank you very much, Marco. Thank you for sharing all that. Good luck this weekend. And yeah, take advantage of that. Get all of Marco's plays for August and get the rest of July free. Have a great weekend, Marco. Marco D'Angelo, everyone.